starts with keeping the players they have. And the two young players, one they acquired, Rui Hachimura in the trade with Washington.
He's good.
And Austin Reeves, who they brought in and have developed. They're both restricted free agents. I think their number one goal is they're not letting either of those two out of the building. They're going to match offer sheets for them or see if they can get to an extension on either of them. D'Angelo Russell, can they get to a contract number that makes sense for them as their point guard? Another player they picked up at the trade deadline. And then they've got their exception. They can go out in free agency and get another player who could be helpful.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you all have an amazing day. And today we are going to be talking about the Lakers offseason plans for this summer. The Lakers have some serious offseason plans, what they're going to do with D'Angelo Russell, what they're going to re-sign Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, and what they're going to do with Malik Beasley and Mo Bamba and the rest of their roster. Will they make any potential trades, any potential Kyrie Irving trades, maybe Fred VanVleet? We're all going to get into that in this video. If you look at the Lakers right now, it is a well-constructed roster. And if you look where they were to start this last season, you'd be surprised that they made it to the Western Conference Finals. What Rob Pelinka did at the trade deadline had to be pure wizardry. He took a team that was 2-10 and made a team that was competitive enough to go all the way to the Western Conference Finals. He took Russell Westbrook, Kendrick Nunn, Patrick Beverley, and Thomas Bryant and turned that into D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Malik Beasley, and Mo Bamba. I mean, I have to commend the man Rob Pelinka for what he did at the trade deadline. He was on Russell Westbrook's horrible contract for almost 2 years, saw that Russell Westbrook did not work well with the Lakers and traded him off, and we got back amazing pieces that fit well and were able to make the Lakers title contenders. Rob Pelinka says that his offseason plans for the Lakers are to keep the same core that they had, as that they lost to a team that had a core for a very long time from when Michael Porter Jr. got drafted, and I agree with Rob Pelinka 100%. I think we should keep the same core. I feel like this core, if we have a good offseason and a good training camp with them, we can do scary things next year, and I think we can make it all the way to the NBA Finals. I'm happy that Rob Pelinka is not listening to LeBron James again this time. As we know, LeBron James was pushing for the Lakers to do a Kyrie Irving trade, but that is looking very, very, very unlikely. I think we're going to keep the same core, and I think he's going to do a good job this offseason. He said he's going to keep the same core and make marginal upgrades to where he thinks that we need marginal upgrades, but not massive upgrades. I don't think we're going to go big game hunting this offseason as we have done prior offseason. I think that it's good to have a well-rounded roster instead of 3 guys that are on max contracts, as we know how well that aged with the Russell Westbrook situation. The Lakers' number one plan this offseason, their number one goal is to keep Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. As a report came out that both publicly and privately, Lakers are aiming to re-sign both Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Reports also have it that the Lakers are planning to re-sign unrestricted free agents Dennis Schroeder and Lonnie Walker. Also, reports say that the Lakers are willing to match any offer sheets for both Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves. I'm a personal big fan of what Rob Pelinka is doing as a Laker fan. I do agree that we should keep our core together. I think that one more year with this core means that we will have a very good offseason and a very good training camp with this core. And I think that if we do have those things, I think we can make some real noise in the playoffs next year and hopefully win the whole thing. Me personally, I do love how we're going to try and keep both Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Both players were big time in the playoffs and regular season. When we did make the trade for Rui Hachimura, he was really good past the trade deadline. And in the playoffs, Rui Hachimura in that first game against Memphis was big time for us. And Austin Reeves, all playoffs, was amazing for us. So I love how we're going to try and keep both quality players. The reports say that the Lakers are going to re-sign D'Angelo Russell, and I am a personal fan of this move. I think that we need to re-sign D'Angelo Russell. I think that the point guard market this summer is very low, and I think that D'Lo is still going to be a good fit with the Lakers, even though he did not have a good playoffs. He had a great regular season with the Lakers, and I think that he should be brought back to Lakers. Even though some of the Lakers fans are giving up on him, I think we're giving up on him a little too quickly. It was just one playoffs. Let's see what he can do with a full offseason and a full training camp with these group of guys and how he gels with this group of guys. Some Laker fans think we should get Fred VanVleet over D'Angelo Russell, and I'm gonna ask you guys in the comments to go down and comment if you think Fred VanVleet is better than D'Angelo Russell. But me personally, I think D'Angelo Russell is better than Fred VanVleet, and I think he fits the Lakers better than Fred VanVleet would. I also love that the Lakers are gonna try and keep both Dennis Schroeder and Lonnie Walker. I feel like both players are great bench players. I feel like Dennis Schroeder had a solid season with the Lakers, and Lonnie Walker, even though he was in and out of the rotation, when the playoffs came around, he was key in that Warriors series. So I'm happy that we're gonna try and re-sign both of those players. Both Dennis Schroeder and Lonnie Walker are good on the defensive end of the court. Dennis Schroeder is a little bit better. He's more pesky. Lonnie Walker is also a good defensive player. Even though he may have not shown it all season, I still do think he's a good defensive player for the Lakers. Speaking of defense, the Lakers have picked up Jared Vanderbilt's $4.7 million player option next season, and he will be back with the Lakers next season. I'm a personal fan of Jared Vanderbilt. I love what he brings to the Lakers on defensive end, and he also brings a lot offensively in the paint, and I'm happy that we're going to pick him back up for end of the year. And I feel like his defensive presence is what we need in big playoff games. Let's think back to 2020, shall we? Do you guys remember when the Lakers won the championship? How well LeBron James and Anthony Davis played, and how well core pieces and important players played in that playoffs? Remember how well Kuzma played? Remember how well Rajon Rondo played? I feel like the Lakers can do the same thing this year with the same group of guys, with Rui, D'Lo, Dennis Schroeder, and all the other pieces that they're bringing back. I feel like LeBron James and Anthony Davis are going to be core pieces next year. I feel like they're going to carry the Lakers again like how they did in that 2020 series. And I feel like AD is going to step up way better than how he did last year and in the bubble. Unfortunately, the Lakers will waive Mo Bamba's contract, and they will not pick up Malik Beasley's player option for next season. It's unfortunate how we've given up on both of these players. Mo Bamba was a really good three-point shooter, and he was a good defensive presence in the paint, and he was good offensively as well. And he took some of the load off Anthony Davis when playing center, where Anthony Davis could play power forward, where he's more comfortable and where he likes to play more. The report does say that they are looking to keep in contact with both players and see if they can reroute both players back to the Lakers on cheaper deals. Another report does say that the Lakers are targeting Eric Gordon and Brook Lopez in this free agency, and I must tell you that I am a fan of both of these targets. I feel like they would bring three-point shooting to the Lakers. I think Brook Lopez would be better than Mo Bamba and our previous center, Thomas Bryant, and I feel like Eric Gordon would bring a three-point shooting specialist that we've needed. We've struggled with three-point shooting, and I think that Eric Gordon and Brook Lopez would bring good three-point shooting to this team. Lopez would also be returning to the Lakers, as he has played in a Lakers uniform before, and I feel like him and Anthony Davis would be a front court nightmare for opposing teams. I feel like we would be able to hold other teams up, big men, to low points. I feel like we would be able to hang with Jokic, Giannis, Embiid. I feel like those players would not be able to go off for the usual points that they usually score and their usual production that they usually give. The Lakers front office always seems to surprise me every free agency, some way or another. They seem to surprise me, and let's hope they do. Let's hope they make some good signings that can help round out the rest of our roster, well, while keeping our core pieces. And that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you do all that good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.